Alright, everybody, welcome back to Wrestling Rants and Reviews. I'm Big Mike. This is episode 95, and this is the Over the Limit review. That's right, Over the Limit 2011. It just went off the air about 15 minutes ago, and, well, we'll get to my disappointments at the end, I guess. Because all in all, I thought it was a pretty decent pay-per-view. And I'll give you the ups and downs of it right now. I don't remember the backstage vignettes. I'll get those out of the way if I can remember them, if there was any. The only one I remember is Christian and Orton, and it was very simple. Christian said he wasn't going to lose, and Orton didn't like it. What else was there? Was there the Miz? Did he have one? I don't know. I don't even remember. I might have been, because I know there was vignettes in between setting up the matches and stuff, but backstage interviews and stuff, I think that might have been the only one. But anyways, we kick off Over the Limit with R-Truth and Rey Mysterio. R-Truth gets in the ring, and I swear this guy's losing. And I don't know if that's part of his whole gimmick right now for being a heel, but he's talking to imaginary little boys. Don't know if that's a cool thing or not. You know, a guy his age shouldn't be talking to little boys, even if they're not imaginary. You know, so I don't know what the WWE is trying to portray here, but R-Truth, stay away from little boys. Even if they're named Jimmy or Timmy or Slimmy, it don't matter. You know, stay away from little boys. He's freaking out because it's probably the man is keeping him down because of his heritage, let's say. You know, it's pretty pathetic that they're going to use this route to make him a heel, you know, or whatever. But anyways, let's get on to the match. Pretty decent match. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it a 2.5, maybe 3. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. You know, it seemed like Mysterio was off. It was definitely not a typical Mysterio match. Maybe he couldn't have that type of match with R-Truth, or maybe it wasn't even supposed to be that type of match. But R-Truth comes off as the winner. And I kind of expected him to get the win. I didn't do a predictions video like everybody else because everybody did one. Just like everybody's probably doing a review. But, you know, it was suggested that I get back with the reviews and whatnot. But so, anyways, I'm back. R-Truth wins. Pretty decent match. 2.5 stars. Next match, Wade Barrett versus Ezekiel Jackson. This match was going great. I thought this was a great match. I'm only going to give it 2.5 stars, too. I would have given it 3 to 3.5 stars, probably. If the core hadn't interrupted, I'd like to have seen Wade Barrett go over clean. You know, it was a good match, good back and forth matchup. It's a lot better than I was going to give it credit. Good outing by both guys. Wade Barrett doesn't need the core. I know it's part of the deal right now, but Wade Barrett doesn't need the core, and he would have retained clean, and I think that's what the Intercontinental needs. Someone like Wade Barrett, a heel that can win clean, and bring some prestige back to the belt, because, you know, he can be a fighting champion, and he can hold on to that belt for a while, because he's got the right tools. But a good match. Ezekiel Jackson wins because the core came down and got Wade disqualified. 2.5 stars. Sin Cara versus Chavo. Excellent matchup. 3 stars. Sin Cara is a victor. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, but a surprise finish. I expected to see something different. This feud may go on for a little bit. But it was a great match. I don't get why everybody beats up on Sin Cara. You know, oh, botch man, but people realize, go back and look at my Sin Cara rant, and you'll see what I mean. It's not all his fault because of the botches. We got Del Rio comes out, you know, reminds us of his destiny, etc., etc. But Big Show and Kane come out, run him off, basically. And this too was a pretty decent match. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 2 3/4 stars. Pretty good match. Good big guy action with Mason Ryan and Kane and Big Show. CM Punk's just a great heel. Big Show and Kane retain. Decent match. 2 3/4 stars for sure. Next up, we have the Divas Championship. Brie Bella versus Kelly Kelly. I'll give this 2 stars. Maybe 2 1/4 stars. Was nothing special. Didn't suck. I expected to see Karma at some point. Didn't happen. Twin Magic prevails. Nikki Bella got the win for Brie over Kelly Kelly. Next up, I don't know why it's now, but we have the World Heavyweight title match. Randy Orton versus Christian. This match I will give 3.5 stars to. Amazing match. Shitty outcome, though. Don't get me wrong, the finish was great. I guess, because of the maneuver. He went for a side suplex or a back body drop. Randy did, but Christian flipped out of it and landed on his feet. And for that type of maneuver, the person that's delivering it, they're not supposed to know you landed on your feet. They have the idea because they didn't follow through with it, but they don't know where he went because your back is turned. So how do you know he's there? It was great to view, but the psychology wasn't there. So that puts RKO, as you should know, Randy Orton over Christian. I was hoping Christian would have won. It looked like, I thought there was going to be a heel turn. There still might be, because Randy wanted to shake hands. Christian said no. Then he came back and shook hands anyways. Great match, though. 3.5 stars. Christian brought the best out of Randy Orton. He's the most boring guy, most typical, most predictable guy in the ring. However, Christian brought it out of him tonight. 3.5 stars. And then we got the main event. I don't even want to mention this fucking main event. How long did it go? 20 minutes? 25 minutes, maybe? And Super Cena prevails. For like 23 minutes, he got his ass handed to him. Literally. He got beat. Now, no man, even if he's the Khali or the Big Show, or even the Undertaker going 19-0 at WrestleMania, would have survived the beating that John Cena took. Terrible booking. If it could have been a better match, had it been just back and forth. Instead of making Cena look like Super Cena all the time. Even you fucking Cena marks out there have to understand and know that this match sucked because of that. You can't take a 23-minute fucking shit kicking by 2 guys and have everything fucking get hit with everything except for the kitchen sink. And then get like a 2-minute breather just because the ref, because of the altercation at the end. So what? Cena gets to go catch a breath for 3 minutes, and all of a sudden and then he runs up the ramp after getting a beating. So you think that would take it back out of him. When he applies one move after he beats him with the fucking belt like 6 times and wins. As I said the 2 matches ago, the Orton no psychology into the RKO. This match, no psychology whatsoever. Just got beat. Literally. Cena got beat for like 20 fucking minutes straight by 2 guys with chairs and fucking ring posts and fucking barricades and fucking monitors and fucking kendo sticks. And a lot of the focus was on his ribs. And just because he gets a 2-minute breather at the end because of controversy, and he can miraculously win with the STFU or SDF. If he had that much emphasis on his ribs, he would not be able to run up the ramp to put a belt beating on The Miz to put him in the STF. Makes no sense. It totally pisses me off. If Cena was going to win, fine. Book it different. Book a 20-minute match where it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, the whole idea with Riley, as much as I'd love to see Cena get his ass kicked, it didn't need to be 2-on-1. And if it did, you know, someone could have came down and got rid of Riley. Or Cena could have knocked him the fuck out. So he wasn't a part of the equation anymore. It could have been 1-on-1 for the next 10 minutes. And then Cena wins, you know? He could have pulled like a Umaga victory. Remember when he fought Umaga and he wrapped the fucking ring ropes around his neck and gave him the STF? He could have done that with the belt or something. You know? I guess maybe not. Maybe that would have fell in the Daniel Bryan class. But he could have done something else. The match could have been booked so much better. You know, it's like, it reminds me like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when they're trying to make Cena look huge because he was getting booed. You know, one pay-per-view, he takes out the Big Show. Then the next pay-per-view, he takes out Batista. Then the next pay-per-view, he takes out Cole. The guys just seem to get bigger. Then he took out Viscera. You know, the guys got bigger and bigger and bigger. And he was Super Cena the whole time. You know? And it's ridiculous. He gets his ass beat for so long and he pulls out shit to win. That's what pisses me off. If it's a good match, back and forth, and it can be anybody's match, then so be it. Let Cena win. But, I don't know. I can sit here forever. But all in all, I give them the pay-per-view probably 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Because it didn't suck. I liked it because there wasn't a lot of in-between match shit. There was sure the vignettes or whatever leading up to the matches. Oh, I forgot Bret Hart and all. I forgot the whole Lawler shit. Cole comes out with a doctor's note. Ref rips it up. Lawler ends up winning. Brings out Eve. Eve does a fucking moonsault to fucking Cole. JR comes out, douses him with barbecue sauce. And then the surprise of the night, really, this was what really made the Over the Limit too. Bret the Hitman Hart returns. I don't know if he's back or he was just back for tonight, but it was shocked the fuck out of me. I was sitting there with my cousin. My cousin was here until the pay-per-view ended. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be Karma. It's got to be Karma or Swagger. You know, Swagger is going to come out and turn on him and throw him back in the ring. You know, or it's going to be Karma because he kept noting through the show that, or through the Divas match, that Karma hasn't been seen. Karma's not here. You know, but no, I didn't expect Bret the Hitman Hart. But I still give this a 7 out of 10. And I'm disgusted in John Cena and the WWE. I know it's not John Cena's fault, but the rest of the matches, they were what they were. And we'll have to see what happens on Raw now. So until then, that is me for Wrestling Rants and Reviews, and I'll see you on the flip side.